know I had to say this in my other video, but I fear the audio is about to be absolutely horrible. You can probably hear it in the back now. I have this sound machine thing that goes on in my room, and I still don't know how to turn it off without breaking it, so I apologize. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be answering bookish questions. So I was kind of scrambling for a video idea, I'm not gonna lie. I started a reading vlog, but I'm gonna do like a week, so it's not gonna come out until this next Saturday, post this being posted. And I was like, I need a new thing to post, and so here we are. I have questions written down on a notebook, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notebook. So let's get into it. First question, slow burn or insta love? And I have an immediate answer for this: slow burn. I love slow burn. When books are slow burns, like romance, when romance is a slow burn, it makes it so much more satisfying. I love the angst. I love all the stuff surrounding that, pretty much. I like when nothing really even happens and it's just like there's like this undeniable tension. Gimme. I will read a series that has 8 books and the characters don't get together until the very end of that last 8th book. I love that. If that's not the only plot point, mind you, like I want another plot, but I love it so very much. Next question, favorite genres. If you can't tell by the amassed amount of fantasy plus another shelf on the bottom behind me, it's probably either fantasy or thriller. I like romance. It has to be the right kind of romance, which we'll get into later. But I do like romance. I feel like I like mystery and fantasy. I like romance. I'm getting more into dystopian recently. I've been experimenting a bit more with dystopian books, and I've been enjoying it. I've never disliked dystopian. It's just never been one of my favorite genres. Like, there's my dystopian shelf. That is not even dystopian. That is fantasy, but I didn't have any more space in fantasy, so I just called it a dystopian and stuck the Witchling Academy series there. But basically, I do not have enough dystopian. Also, that is not dystopian either. Little Women, that's a classic, but whatever, it's fine. They're all there, pretty much, and there's even less than that. Like, it's just that. So yeah, I'm not big on dystopian, but I've been reading it more and I've been enjoying it. I wish I was one of those aesthetic girlies that reads like literary fiction and all those like educational things, but like no, I'd rather read about dragons. Whoops. Who's my all-time favorite book character? Selena Stardathian / Aelin Galinthius. I love her so much. Like, if I had to choose one person that I aspire to be for the rest of my life, it would be her. The way that she carries herself, she's so kind, but she also knows when she needs to be more tough and hard around the edges to get what she wants. And she stands up for herself. She's absolutely insanely talented at like everything. I can't even explain how much she's like helped me feel more confident. I don't know, just reading about her made me like feel so empowered and amazing, and I just really strive to be like her. I don't think I am like her, but I love her so much. She's my favorite. Have I ever read any of the old classics? Yes, I have. I own The Great Gatsby. I haven't read that yet. I know what that's about. I've read Little Women. I don't know what's considered a classic. I've read Little Women. I'm reading Fahrenheit 451. Let me look at my shelf. Yeah, I've read like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I loved those. I don't know if those are considered classics, but I think they are, and I love those. I kind of have, all the classics I've read, I haven't disliked one that strongly. Little Women was boring, but I was also like 6 when I read that, or maybe I was like 8, but I was young, and so I couldn't appreciate it. But now, like, I've watched the movie and I really love the story. Maybe I'll reread it. Probably won't. I'm reading Fahrenheit 451 currently, and I'm really liking it. I feel like the beginning of the book was kind of slow getting going, and then like it's like the plot really like hit like a jump start really quickly, and then it started, and now I'm like uber duper invested in that book because I think it's really really like fun, and I think it's also has a really important message. Has a book ever given me nightmares? Yes. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I am a very not jumpy person. Like, if you know me, you know that I really do love horror movies. I find horror mystery thriller books, I don't find them scary. I find them really fun. I watch true crime all the time. I'm not a very jumpy person. I'm not easily scared or intimidated by things. I just that's not who I am. But something about that book like really hit me. I was reading the first few chapters at night, and I was reading the dad's journal entries, because I think that's the plot. I think it's like the dad's journal entries. And I was like, I don't want to read this anymore. Like, this is terrifying. So I set it down, and I was so scared, and I had nightmares that night. And then I woke up the next morning, and I read it again, and I was like, why am I so dramatic? This is nothing. And then I never had nightmares again. But I don't know. It wasn't sitting the right way with me that late at night. I probably shouldn't have started it at like 2 a.m., but I did, and that's what happened. But it's okay. I really ended up feeling pretty like mid about that book. I didn't dislike it, didn't love it. So, what character do you think you're the most like? I think I'm the most like Annie from, what's it called? I'll put the title of the book right here. That's who I think I'm the most like, Annie from that book. I can't remember the name of the book. I don't own it. It's on Kindle. I think I'm kind of like her, but I also think I kind of share a lot of qualities from different book characters. I see myself a lot in Libby as well from the Atlas 6, and I love her. She's super sweet, but she's really anxious, but she still doesn't let people step all over her, and I feel like that's kind of like me, because I am like kind of shy when you first like meet me, and I don't necessarily put myself right out there, but I am also not afraid to stand up to people. I do know my worth, so I feel like it's a mixture of that. I wish I was more like Aelin. I just don't, unfortunately. Like, I'm not an assassin, so unfortunately. Fortunately, I have not been put in the situation she has been put in. I am not an assassin. But yeah, I feel like I aspire to have some of her character traits. I do think I can be like her. I am kind of sassy, but I don't think I'm as sassy as she is. Like, she brings sassy to a whole nother level. She's amazing at being sassy. I don't think I'm that good. I don't have amazing comebacks like she does. Like, she's eating everyone up the whole series, and that's just not me. But maybe someday. That's my hope. Do you reread? Yes, I reread. I reread anything I want to reread. If I am thinking about rereading a book, I reread it, and I only read the good parts. I have no shame. I will reread these books. I will reread Shatter Me. I will reread Caraval. I'll reread any book I want, and I will only read the good parts, because I'm not going to be going through some muck that I don't want to listen to. I'm going to be reading what I want to reread. So when I've already read a book and I know what is good in it and what is bad, I'm not going to read the bad parts. I'm going to read the good parts. Duh. So, like, yes, I reread. Yeah, I reread a lot. Like, I am a frequent rereader. I am a chronic rereader. I reread the same series. It's usually Throne of Glass, Caraval, or Shatter Me. Oh, or The Bridge Kingdom. Would I rather read one long book or 3 shorter books? For me personally, I can't speak for everyone, obviously. Assuming I enjoy all of the books or the book, I would probably say 3 short books, just because I get a sense of like accomplishment after every book ends, and so I feel like I'd be more excited. I also feel like for me, just personally, as far as like long books go, I can like read them pretty easily if I enjoy the character and the plot enough, but I don't seek them out. If I had to choose whether to read 1 long book or 3 short books, and I enjoy them the same amount, I'd choose the 3 short books. I'm gonna be happier. The saddest book I've ever read I recently read Sunrise on the Reaping. You should go check out my no spoiler reading vlog of that. That is up now. I recently read that. I enjoyed that quite a lot. I enjoyed that a significant amount. That was absolutely heartbreaking. And then If He Had Been With Me. Both made me sob. I feel like those are just the saddest I've read. I also am like 200 pages into A Little Life, and so far I've already cried 2 times. So I feel like that just deserves an honorable mention, because when I finish it, I bet I'm gonna probably sob. I have no idea what happens. I just know that I always see videos of people crying to that book, and I'm kind of scared to finish it, but I'm pushing that book off as long as I can because I don't want to cry. Would you rather be trapped in a romance novel or a mystery novel? This one strictly depends on who I am in the novel, because if I'm the main character, I'm choosing a romance novel, and it's not because I want to fall in love or anything like I do, but no, like that's not why. I don't want to die. Like, I want to be surviving. I want to be thriving in my environment. I don't want to be somewhere where I'm, like, figuring out a mystery and, like, my life is being threatened and, like, I'm unsafe and I'm dealing with, like, nasty, gruesome stuff. Like, I value my life a lot more than that. But if I had to be a side character, I feel like I'd want to be in a mystery novel. Like, that's so lit. Like, imagine just getting to watch someone solve a mystery. Sign me up. Like, I think I'd really enjoy that. But being a side character in a romance novel is kind of lame. Like, you're basically the best friend, the sister. What other options are there? The mom. I don't want to be someone's mom currently, so I choose the mystery novel if I'm a side character. No, thank you. But if I'm the main character, I'm staying safe. And I'm choosing romance novel. Dark romance or fluffy romance. I'm currently reading The Predator. I don't think dark romance is for me. I've tried. I've read dark romance. I read the first book in the Legacy of the Gods series, and there was one girl in that series I really liked. And I don't remember her name. It started with a C. And she had a book later on with the guy Jeremy. And I knew they were going to have a book together. And I was like, wait, I like him. Like, he's nice. And I like her. Like, she's really cool. She's, like, the only realistic one here. I'm going to read their book. And then I picked that up, too, after reading the first book in the series. And I didn't like it either. And I was like, oh, I guess this just isn't for me. So then I moved on to other romances, other books. Before that, I had read Haunting Adelaide. I think that's Adelaide? I don't know what it's called. I read both of the books. Hated them both. Dark Academia, I love that. I love that. A Study in Drowning, I loved that book. That wasn't a dark romance. That was barely romance at all. In fact, that was like mostly, I don't even know, contemporary. But yeah, I just went on like a 6-minute rant about Haunting Adelaide. I would never shame someone for reading it. Like, if that's your thing, then like, you do you, girl. Pop off. But I'll stick to my like holding hands and skipping fluffy romances that are very, very basic and very, very fun. I find them so addictive. I love romances like that. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment your opinions on all these questions. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!